Good morning, everyone. Jan Fursdon here from Fursdon House. I have a new journal that I'd like to share with you today, and this journal is for sale in my Etsy shop, and I'll put the link below. This is a special journal because with this journal I wanted to showcase a particular artist's work. It's Lorna from Tailor Made Journals, and she came up with the most beautiful digital kit. And I have a lot of digital kits. I love the different designs and papers and everything, and I use a lot of them. And I thought, oh, you know, it really takes a lot to impress me because I have so many beautiful ones. And along came Lorna with her fabulous journal kit, and it's called Calligrapher's Garden. And I fell in love with it. And I thought, oh my goodness. So yes, I bought the digital kit, and I thought, you know what? I want to do a journal that primarily focuses just on that particular digital kit of Calligrapher's Garden. There are a few other items in here. I've put some pressed flowers of my own using Tracy Fox's, what do they call them, specimen cards, and some of the blank papers that are unbound that I put in pockets and things. Those are from other artists, but and it's a variety of artists, so I can't remember all of them, but primarily this is to honor and to showcase tailor-made journals. And here is the journal. It is 5 1/4 inches wide, 8 inches tall, and it has a 3-inch spine. And I tried a couple of new things in this one. I'm trying to push myself to try new things. You can see that it has corner protectors. And these aren't covers or, you know, just fancy. They're actually protect the corner, so you can't have, you can't do those corners like that. So that's why you have them on the 4 open ones. And of course you can see the nameplate. But I did a hidden, I think it's called a hidden spine, so you don't have the threads coming out here so that you can see it. This one I did, and it's all on the inside. So that's kind of different for me. Well, it's very different for me. I've never done one before. I think it turned out pretty good. It has 3 signatures, and this fabric is almost gone. I love it. I've had it for a couple of years now, and I've used it and used it and used it, and it's just wonderful. And I had a difficult time trying to decide what fabric would better serve this particular journal until I came across this small piece and I was like, yes, that's it. That's it. It's an original screen print design by Rich Loom. And I love it. I thought it would look really well on it. And sure enough, I just think it does a nice little justice to the digital kit itself. So this is, again, called Calligrapher's Garden. And it is for sale in my Etsy shop. So let's open it up. And it's a little on the stiff side, but it does open. You can lay it flat, and there we go. Let's get some opening here. All right, let's get to it. So we have, on this side, we have a pocket that I've made with lace and some of my ribbon, my leaf ribbon, my leaf ribbon, that's it. And then here we have a pocket. And you can just start to see all the beautiful flowers and stuff. I did a lot of fussy cutting with this one because I enjoyed it so much. And on this card, you'll, reverse has "This book belongs to." And also there will be a letter in here to whoever purchases the journal. I always try and do that. And it tells the buyer a little bit about the journal and just, you know, general information. I'm not sure if you can see it. I'm going to hold it closer to the camera, but I put some glossy accents on the dragonfly, which is, again, part of the kit. So I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it really glistens, and I thought that was really cool. And here we have the first page. Just gorgeous. And I thought that was really neat. And then here we go. You can see a theme here. It's beautiful. Journal cards. This is with glue gun. And instead of wax, and you just put the seal down in it just like you would a wax seal. And then we've got the reverse. And you can see why I love this digital kit. It's just so many interesting things, and it's really pretty. And you've got the Latin, I think it's Latin writing here, and I tried to make as much use of it as I could. And there again, some more fussy cutting here. All of this is from a digital kit, Calligrapher's Garden. And let's see, turn the page. This one was fun. I've just used some lace and a little tuck spot here. And I cut all this out, and I was going to do something else, and it didn't quite turn out. And I thought, well, I'm just going to back it with something so that you can see the detail of it. And I believe, again, it's written, if I'm not mistaken, it is written in Latin. Just journal space on the reverse. And there's the full picture of that flower. There are two of them like this. There's a purple one and then this bluish one, sort of a blue violet. And I just thought they were so pretty. Here we have one of my pressed flowers in a CD sleeve. That's a purple orchid. And have some lace there and a little bit of, what do we call that, snippets. And here we have the journal cards. All of the journal cards and paper and everything have been either stained with like a coffee and tea bath that I give them, or they've been stained with ink that I use. Let's see, what is it called? Vintage Photo. That's pretty much my go-to for doing cards and things like that. A little bit more fussy cutting. Sweet little frog here. And we have my cat is wanting to get into the studio and I'm not letting him. No, Sebastian. He's like, but Mom, you need my help in there. No, I don't. Love cats. There's a smaller version of the purple flower. It's in different sizes, and I printed it in different sizes as well. So, more fussy cutting here. We just have a little card there. It was a lot of fun making this one. And then we have a larger card here, or a tag, I should say. I've just put in a little eyelet and some. This is Tim Holtz die cut for that. And here we have some more of my brain. My brain is not working. It's been a while, and I've got a lot going on in my life right now, so I'm a little garbled here. But purple clover. This is some of my pressed flowers, and it opens up in a little booklet. I've put a bit of a what is it, a doily here, and some more fussy cutting. I had fun with these leaves to do the little center of that book and the center of the first signature. And then we have a page here, more fussy cutting. And then on the reverse you have a pocket and two more tags. And all the reverses, I think all of the reverses are empty for writing space. I'm pretty sure I try to do that. I love writing space. I love to write. So I try and always do that with my tags and what have you. It's so pretty. And I'll put Lorna's link below for tailor-made journals. It's just, she's got such fabulous things. More fussy cutting here. Pocket here. Again, this is a glue stick that I used clear glue on and just went over it with a little bit of gold, some kind of a gold powder. And here we have a variety of different size tags or cards. Again, you're there. And let's see here. They're just so much fun, so pretty. And this one I put a little tab on. And I discovered something here. You can, these look rather like the whale tab. Whale tab. I think that's what they're called, whale tabs. But to get an actual whale tab punch is almost impossible. They're outrageously expensive if you can find one. And they're all, I think, used. They discontinued them. And I love that look of that particular tab. Well, all I've done when I was doing this, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so close. And it was just a little cutout in the actual digital kit. And I just folded it over and then realized it looks just like a whale tail, or close enough for my for myself. So I thought it was really cool. Let's go ahead and put those back in here, let's see where we're gonna, I love this pocket. It's I'm trying to remember who I got the inspiration from to fold that pocket. It's 5 pockets, so it's a lot of fun, and I'll put that link below. I can't remember at the moment who actually, I don't know who did it first, but I do know who I got inspiration from to do it. And you just take 1 sheet of paper. That's it, 1 regular size sheet of paper. I think in England you call it an A9 size, and it's just normal paper, 8.5 by 11, I believe. And you do some folds, and that's it. And then the decorative paper here, I just cut out and put on top to decorate it with. You could leave it plain, or you could start with decorative paper. It's really up to you. I like making a bunch of them with just plain tea-stained and coffee-stained paper. And then later on, I'll go back and I'll cover them with the different decorative papers to match whatever journal I'm working on. But I love that. I thought it was so cool. And more beautiful printing. This is, again, one of my pressed flowers. These are actually ferns, and that is a fern pod. The fern comes out looking like that when it initially comes up out of the ground. And then it unfurls and becomes an actual piece of fern. And this frame here is from Nikki Adigan and Musings by Nikki. And they're cabinet cards. And I use those for the actual framing of the flowers, and it's been very successful. So it's just a flip out here. I've used a little bit of embossing here. It tells you here, Fern and Fern Pod from Madison, Alabama. And some decorative paper. Beautiful. Here we have a double envelope. It's 2 envelopes that you glue together. And I've just cut out the things from the kit to put on them. And then inside I've created pockets. Now this butterfly does not belong to the kit, but I fell in love with its colors, so I went ahead and included it. We have a little stamp belly band here. Let's see, there we go. More beautiful cards. So we've got the belly band here, and then we've got tuck spots here. Let's see, turn this right side up. Look at the snail. He's so cool. And there we have a little butterfly there. So as you can see, it was a lot of fun to work with. I enjoyed it. And we're just going to put this right over here. It's a perfect little fold over for the page. Another pocket here. And I've just put little bits of lace and what have you up here on top. Just a little decorative bit. There's a full size of the purple flower. And then this is a fussy cut, and I thought they went so well together. So you've got this pod coming down here, and then you've got it looks like a moth. I imagine it's a butterfly, but there we go. The green ribbon again. I love that green ribbon. It's some of my favorite. I just did a little bit of fabric that I used pinking shears on and added a little bit of cheesecloth, and then cut out the little circle from the kit. This is just a little bit from the kit itself. I was going to make a pocket. No, I wanted a little bit more writing space, so I left that just as decorative. Yeah, that looked interesting. I was like, here's the little worm, and there's the little whatever that is with pinchers, and it's like he's staring him down. I like that. I thought that was kind of cool. And here I've just cut this little pink flower. It's a carnation. I've just cut it out. As I said, I had a lot of fussy cutting, and I didn't want to waste any, so I just put it in the center of here, but the rest of the page is the same. And then we've got that little bit of snippet there. Here we have a pocket, and I've just used a punch to decorate the end of it. It slips right down in here when it wants to behave itself. Hey, it did it right. And this is a vintage button with just a little glassine bag that I've tea dyed, and then the pear here is fussy cut. We have the butterfly. I love these butterflies. You can get these at Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and I think even Joann's. I think it's by Prima, and it's 3 layers, so it's kind of neat. You've got that layer, and you've got that layer, and then this layer. So it's a lot of fun. And my cat is really going, oh, he's just so sad out there. Such an unloved creature. Here are 3 little small squares, and I thought, how can I use those? And I thought that'd be perfect for a little, I don't know what you call it, a ribbon thingy. That's what it is. Another beautiful page. And it's a nice size kit. It's got a lot in it. Here I've taken one of the pages and created a pocket out of it. So we've just done this. And Lorna, she's the one from, again, Tailor Made Journals. She does this, these papers. It's also a digital kit, which I have used over and over and over again because it's pale enough you can write on it, but you can still see the lovely design that she's created from the tea staining using doilies and embroidered pieces. Now the reverse is not hers. I think that's My Porch Prints if I'm not mistaken. But I wanted something that went with everything so you can see how well that goes. Let's put him back in there. I thought that was neat, just making a little pocket there. And you also have writing space, of course, here. This is one of the Tracy Fox specimen cards that I've just used a real flower. This is an azalea, and I've used my acetate here. Some people use stickers. I try not to use stickers because, I don't know, I'm just not a sticker kind of person, I guess. Sometimes I'll use them, but not very, very often. So these are my flowers, and it turned out really well. And another piece of paper there for writing purposes. Again, you can see the Tailor Made Journals paper there. And again, I think this one is also My Porch Prints. She is another of my favorite go-to places for papers. They're just, and kits and things. They're so nice. An accordion ribbon here, a little bit of a cutout there. Beautiful page here. You can see, earlier I showed you that card where I had cut this out. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. For some reason, cutting out or fussy cutting, it calms me down. It's like it's very almost therapeutic. Odd that may seem, but there it is. Here we have another pocket. Now you can use this for writing space here. And then here we have the paper here. And it just slips right down in there. And then we have cards. Whoops, come on you. And you can see again, that's that. It kind of looks like a whale tail tab. So I'm thinking, yes, now I know how to get that look without having the punch. I keep looking on eBay and Etsy and various places just to see if I can find the punch. I don't know why they don't bring it back in existence. It would be amazing if they did because so many people want it and it's worth bringing back. But they haven't listened to me yet. I'm not sure why. But if they do, I'm going to be on it. There we go. Another pocket. This just raises up here. Velcro closure. And then inside we have 3 tags. They're library cards. And of course the reverse there. This sweet little mouse. Put him on top. And it just pops down in there. And then I've put fussy cutting here. It looks like an artichoke. And then the 2, creating a pocket back here, 2 more tags. It's so much fun. Seam binding ribbon. Little ladybug there, it's sweet. Here I've just created a little booklet just from scraps. I did a video on using up some scrap pieces, and I just cut out one of the, or used one of the pieces from the kit to decorate it with. Whoops, there's a string. We have the, these are so much fun. And then another fussy cut piece. And this is just decorative. I didn't want a pocket there. Separate those. So that's the center of the second signature. More pockets. Little worm there. Amazing that a worm can look nice there and look so ugly elsewhere. Little pockets there. Or pockets. Tags. Another pocket here. A little tag. I've just done a little bit of stenciling on that one. And then this one is one of my pressed flowers. This is an Eastern Daisy, I believe. Eastern Daisy. I think is what that is. Normally I have it written on the back, but I don't. And there's that beautiful dragonfly. Here we have, it folds over the page, so you have it like so. Writing space on this side. Beautiful writing. Then here I've created a pocket using some of the words here, and then just fussy cut the nuts here on the top with the leaf. And then inside you have the more small tags there. I love these small tags because it's a great way to save special dates, like an anniversary or a birthday or something like that. But it's also a great place to put funny quotes, inspirational quotes, Bible quotes, some of your favorites. It's just really neat. You can get a lot on there, more than I ever thought. When I first started, I thought, what in the world do I use these small things for? And it was like, oh, well, duh. It's perfect for that. So let's just put him back together. And on this side, we have another one, a different fold this time. And again, this is using one sheet of paper. And this is, I love one sheet paper wonders is what I call them. But it's a couple of pockets. And again, I'll put the link below of where I got inspiration to do this. And it is so simple. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think it was Pink Monarch. But I'll double check with that. And I've just used not a doily, but like a placemat that had Battenberg lace on it. And I've just, stitched around here, made it a pocket. And inside the pocket, I've put my two little cards with my flowers in it. Greek mustard, that's what this one is. And this one, now look how tiny that little flower is. Purple with a tiny dot of yellow. Its name is about 3 times longer. It's called Narrow Leaf Blue-Eyed Grass from Fort Worth, Texas. That's where my daughter and granddaughter now live. Both of these came from there. So I just tucked those in. I thought they'd make a nice little... I was going to close it up, and I thought, no, make it a little pocket. And I've just used a sheet of vintage music paper. And you fold it... you fold it in half, and you fold it up. And then you just start tucking these in. It's just so neat. I like things that are neat and easy. So that one goes down there. And then we've got... that's another pocket. So 1, 2, 3, 4 pockets. And then I created a 5th here. And these are, of course, from the kit. So beautiful. Oops, I think I want to put him like there and you there. And I don't know why I'm redoing all this here, but oh well. What can I say? That'll remind me how I want to do it. Otherwise, I'll forget. Neat way of using up sheets of decorative paper or anything. A little bit of fussy cutting here. More fussy cutting. Sweet little flower. Pockets here. There's that beetle again. That way. And that's vintage crochet that my great-great-aunt did. And I have a ton of it, and I know she'd be happy that it's getting use. It was on some pillowcases, and the pillowcases were basically destroyed. I mean, it was just, they were beyond repair. So I cut the crocheted lace off. It's one thing I cannot do. I cannot crochet and I cannot knit. My grand tried to teach me how to crochet. I'm all thumbs with that, but I can do cross stitch and cut embroidery and regular embroidery, but I cannot knit and I cannot crochet, much to my chagrin. Vintage lace, some more beautiful cards, and I've just put some snippets on top. More fussy cutting here. This is a little booklet I made that does not want to come off. All right. Well, that's because I've got it on. It's misbehaving. And again, that's just from, I've created these, the actual booklet, some time ago with using scraps. And it's got, you know, just a nice writing space in there. And then I took this to make it, you know, conform to the actual kit. And then on this side, I've just used that as a tuck spot, the lace. And this was a piece that I had misprinted, and I thought, well, I'm not about to throw it away. So I thought, okay, we'll just use it as a bit of drawing paper or writing paper, as opposed to just getting rid of it. It's like, no way am I getting rid of it. Down on there. Beautiful page again. This was fun. I just learned how to do this recently. Let me get that page in there. And you open it up like this. And in here you have little bits of paper. This is a 3-inch opening. And I have templates. My husband made me templates. I could not get the dimensions right to get it to cut right. And I am a math idiot. My husband's a genius when it comes to all that kind of stuff. So he's like, no problem. You know, and it took him about 5 minutes to do all of them. But, so now I have templates. And you just close it up. This is just seam binding that I've just glued underneath it. What's really fun, some of these I've seen where each flap is done a different color. And those are really nice too. It's a nice little hidden spot there. And then I just did fussy cutting of the two, I think they're dragonflies. Small dragonflies. I've just done that. And then there's my little beetle again, or whatever it is. And I've cut him out, fussy cutting, and put him in the middle of the page. Here's one of my favorite die cuts that I found. And it's a 3-pocket one. And it's so neat. You just cut it out, and then it gives you also the template for the cover, little piece here. And that way you can decorate it any way you want. So the bottom one I did in craft paper, and then just put different designs of decorative paper. And then we have the card and the tag. And it's just, I love it. It's so pretty. And then there's this one. I like this particular one because it's a little bit wider, so it can hold wider cards and wider tags and things. This was another snippet that I was messing around with, and then it didn't do what I wanted to do, so I thought, well, I'm not throwing it away, so I just left it there. But I've given you space here and here to write on. And more fussy cutting here. And this card there just goes on the reverse here. Cutting that out. Here are the ones. This is the size that I was using to basically emulate a whale tail tab. And all you do is fold it over. And you can see what I mean by, you can either put it this way or you can put it that way. And I thought, oh my goodness. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I now have whale tail tabs and didn't even know it. What can I say? I'm special. And I've just fussy cut that there. But I was so pleased with that. I was like, yay. And here is another dragonfly over some antique lace. This is another pocket using the antique music paper. This is the middle of the 3rd signature, and I have the little leaves that I thought were appropriate. And again, I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's, let me just kind of move it like that. Maybe you can see it on camera, but I've used glossy accents up and down the body to highlight that. And then I've left his wings on this one, left them a little open. This one I had to adhere because it kept wanting to interfere with the thread. I thought at least we can let some of them a little loose. And then these are different, these are all using the Tracy Fox botanical, not botanical, specimen cards. And I've just used my own flowers. This is a Primrose. Neat thing about Primrose, when I first cut it, it is the palest of yellow. It's almost white. It's so pale. Not yellow. Pink. But it's such a pale, pale pink that you can almost, it almost looks white. But then when you dry it and press it, it starts coming in purple. It's the neatest thing. Space to write on if you'd like. This one I did not make a copy. So this one's a 4-page, or a 4-pocket. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there is a Linton Rose from here in Madison. And another kind of Linton Rose. You can see the differences. We have 2 different kinds here. And this one is my favorite because it comes in a purpley, a pale purpley green. And of course, different shaped leaves, and just really neat. But both of them are Linton Roses. Put that in there. That in here. And another favorite flower is the Bleeding Heart. This is, again, pink. Sort of not a brilliant pink, but it's a fairly good medium pink. And again, it turns purple when you dry it or press it. Bleeding Heart there from our garden. Fussy cutting here with the tulip. Tulips were so rare at one point in the world. They were actually used as currency. And if you do any research on tulips, and I didn't do research on tulips, I was just going through, I think it was YouTube one day, and I was looking at, the headline caught my attention. And people would use these as, outrageous sums of money. And it was tulips. But they were so rare and so beautiful. So it'd be interesting if y'all want to look it up. You might be surprised. So here we have another pocket here and some cards. Here we have a pocket like I've done earlier, but just the opposite side with this one. And then we've got the page here. Nice lot of writing space. I love writing space. Love writing, so that kind of makes sense. I think I'm going to put him in that way. And here we have Tim Holtz die cut there. Those are really cool. And Corey Dahman was showing how she used the reverse of this. So you have the cutout of the digital cut. Digital cut? No, not digital cut. Die cut. So you have this piece that's cut out, but then it leaves the sort of the reverse. It's this hole in this paper. And if you do it just right, it looks really cool, and you can actually use that paper, and you can put decorative paper behind it. It's just really interesting. But Corey Dahman inspired me to try it. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to. Another beautiful page. You can see where I fussy cut that one earlier out. This is another frame by Nikki Adigan. And this is Heather from last year. Heather, no, not Heather. Lavender. The brain has ceased to work. But that is fresh, yummy lavender. And that's from 2020. And I've just done a little hinge here, a little bit of fabric there, and some lace trim here. Made it into, they make great flip outs. They also make great pockets, or, you know, journal cards or whatever, but I just think they're so beautiful. And these are actually cabinet cards that she's included in a digital kit that I've turned into frames. Here we have another fussy cut, and then a little, this paper was left over from a piece earlier, and I thought, well, nope, we're not throwing that away, and that's from the kit, so I just made a little writing space. Try not to ever get rid of anything. And all you do is you just put glue on the bottom part of it, leave the upper part free, and then you can just do that. I like simple, neat, effective things like that. Another fussy cut here. This is the last page. I've included what I call a writing board. It's stiff and it's got some little decorative corners on it. But this is nice if you're coming along, for instance, and you're wanting to write on a page or something, and So like you've got this on the reverse and it's difficult to write on that. Well, you just slide this under here and it makes it a little bit easier. So I call them writing boards. And again, another pocket. I've got my logo here. And then another card, or tag rather. And that is it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Again, this is Calligrapher's Garden. It is for sale on my Etsy shop. And a huge thank you to Lorna from Tailor Made Journals. Fabulous artist. And I just wanted to showcase some of her work. And her digital kit is actually called Calligrapher's Garden. So, and I'll put those links below. I hope you're having a blessed day. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.